And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Minnesota Vikings. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh, General West.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Let's go. 80 weapon. Let's go, defense. Hey, wahoo.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Ready? 70 Indy.
I got him. Switch.
5.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, ready? 50, plant. X3, 218, chopper.
Let's go, baby.
25. Check 25. Check 25. Hard. Check 31. Check 31. Switch. Watch twins. Go. It's a safety creep.
Cook following the penalty. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Matchbox lights. Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal.
Come on, QB, come on. Switch it.
They'll try to run this one in. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He's crashing.
Topper! You're out. Hey, high 7. Hey. Shoot.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, lock it. Now. Ready?
Throwing Jones. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Hey, stand up.
First down at the 37-yard line.
Here's Jones on first down. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Go! 90
48-yard line.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Blue draw quarters.
Say, swing.
Drop. Rock it.
Bang, 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 bang. SOS.
Yes.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Oh, what a juke into space. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. Birch. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now Richardson to throw on third down. Throw left side complete. That's Phillips. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Under 10, 10.
They'll run on first down. Birch. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They'll try the left side. Birch. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go, defense.
On third down, Richardson. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
On first down, Birch. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, Birch, and he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
They'll run on first down, Birch. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Check back. Check back. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert 3. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. There he goes, right side. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are going to jump back in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Greystone, travel. Hey, Delta.
Now Jones on first and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Stand.
Kill. Undercut.
Go. Yep. Hit it.
On the ground, it's Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Hey. 4 down.
Look at me. Door.
Oh, you got deep?
Look at me. Zipper. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Slam.
22 jet bomber. Look. Squeeze.
Out.
Fire.
On second down, Cook.
Run.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Let's go. 60 outlaw. 6-6. Pull it high.
Watch
Leo. Hey, exit. Yo, go. Get it.
Jones operating from the gun. And that will be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They'll try the left side. Birch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist. Alert flare. 66. Pull it out. Let's go. We got double up.
2nd and 10. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. To throw is Richardson on 3rd down and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. 2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, check Mike 57. Watch the run. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. They gonna need some therapy after this. 57.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
to throw on third down. Jones. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 46-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Check. Pass him. Check right. Watching your 5. All day, punk.
2nd and 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Phillips. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
17 yards. First down, Miami.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Birch. The ball comes out. And the Vikings pick up the football. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to let it go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll try to left side. Birch. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They'll keep it on the ground. Birch. And now look at him go. The 20, 10, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is going to be tackled at the 1-yard line. What a mess that was.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
Shift. Hard. Rush in.
You're out.
Patrick.
Go.
Hey, switch gears.
Ready?
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Hey, foxtrot.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Ready up. General West. Hey, team 6.
You got nothing. Tighten up.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 13.
Hey.
He's moving, boys. He's moving.
Smooth.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones going deep. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Richardson on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And it's third down.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Here's Richardson. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll keep it on the ground. Birch, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, Birch. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kalen Balaj, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Looking long for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Thomas, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Watch the out. Watch the out. It's free.
On 1st down, Birch. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Richardson now looking to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Operating from the gun, Richardson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they've got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf, 61 Matchbox Lights.
49, check 49, check 49.
Hey, Zoo.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Tighten up. Pull it together. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Go. Hit it.
Here's Jones to throw from his end zone. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Vikings, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Ready. 10-2 soft. Topper.
Switch.
Stand.
25, check 25.
Hey, wahoo.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Dolphins 31, Vikings 14.
Come on, set. 30 base.
Watch the screen.
5.
Check.
Gone. Yes. Go.
Now Jones on first and 10. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's second and 10.
At the 26-yard line.
Go. Look at me. Go. Yep. Fight.
Now Jones. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 21. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. So now they have to contend with second and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Birch. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Dolphins on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, Birch. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier.
Hey, watch the slant.
Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Richardson throwing on 4th down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise...
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah. Next box.
They'll try the left side. Birch. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 58 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
You ain't got nothing. Shoot. Watch the shot.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
At the 49-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a give, right side. Birch. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Birch. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 52.
They'll run on 1st down. Birch. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 43-yard line.
He's coming, double up.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught at the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point forthcoming. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score Dolphins 47. Vikings 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jones throwing on 1st down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Bang, bang.
Look at me, zipper.
55.
Hey, Echo.
Hey, eat. 3 buzz.
Shoot.
Jones now to throw again. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, And that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,